Yeah, I've been in.
In November 1956, British and French forces landed in Egypt to restore international control over the Suez Canal and bring an end to the Suez crisis. In the world's first helicopter horizontal landing, 415 Royal Marine Commandos were landed in the helicopters bringing aircraft carriers HMS Theseus and HMS Musuem.
Even birds in case of any risk to the aircraft. The officers behind me are all air traffic controllers. They're using radar to help track where everyone is, and radio to talk to them. Each aircraft will be passed from one controller to another, depending on how far away they are from the ship. On the Ark Royal in the 1970s, my job as a video rating will help you to plot information onto this last grid. Now, it's a lot more high-tech.
Would have given overall information on launch and recovery programs so that all aircrew knew exactly what each other were up to. It's also where watches would have been synchronized. It was vital that everyone was on the same time as seconds count on a busy flight deck. This is also where one of the meteorological officers, as you see here, would give detailed information on the weather conditions, sea conditions, tide, swell, temperature, even the level of salt in the water.
A 1970s carrier. It's the place where the movements of all aircraft on board the ship were managed, right up to the minute they were launched and from the moment they were recovered. The office over there is the aircraft maintenance control room, or line office. This is where aircraft were logged in and out, and any faults reported. Everything to do with an aircraft was logged in its own F700. That's the folders you can see. When flying was on, this was very often the busiest part of the ship. The officer in charge was the acro, sometimes called the aircraft juggler.
Nerve centre of the ship during a war situation or when on exercise. As you see here, the ship would be closed up at action stations. My job as the captain would place me here to oversee everything that's going on and be on hand to make any decisions needed. Overall control of the ops room, however, was in the hands of the operations officer and his team of principal warfare officers. Basically, the role of the ops room was, and still is, to look out for any threats.
In other words, this was the driving seat. You might expect to find the captain up here, but he spent as much time down in the operations room as you've already seen. Instead, the immediate responsibility for the ship's safety sat with the officer of the watch.
Rain Trubshaw, wasn't it? I don't know. I think it was.